Well, good afternoon, YouTube faithful followers. This video is kind of in a response to Felix. He wanted to, I can't remember exactly what he said. He wanted to know the weather conditions for this day. It is the 7th of April, 2015. 1:31 in the afternoon, 60 degrees right now. When I got up a few hours ago, it was only 46. Supposedly we were down to around the mid-30s last night. It was low 40s when I got home last night, so. It's a little chilly out there yet, although it's starting to warm up. Got the slight hint of sprinklage coming down here. Hopefully it's not messing up the camera view too much. It's supposed to be pretty nice, fairly dry weather for the next few days. Friday the rains come back, 90% chance of showers. Or I should say 90% chance of rain. This weekend is looking totally screwed with water. Just wet. Like 90% for Saturday and 60% for Sunday. So don't know if I'll be getting a lot done outside this weekend. But we got the grass cut last weekend, so I don't have to worry about that. I put fertilizer down, weed and feed before heading out to the folks' place for Easter on Sunday. Thought we were supposed to get a little bit of moisture this week, otherwise I would have waited, but I don't like having the little pellets just sitting on the grass for several days. But we're still getting dew in the evenings, and that should help dissolve stuff. Anybody need a gas can? But yes, it is spring. I did wash the car on Saturday. It is mostly all nice and clean. Although when I jumped in it yesterday to head to work, it had the nice fine layer of yellow pollen all over it. So Sunday was a good day for the trees to be doing their thing. We'll get some good heavy downpour and kind of blast all that crud off the car again, clean it up a bit. And make our way through all the lights to get over to the freeway here. And we're on our way. It's now 1:35 in the afternoon. Driving home last night, get on the Boeing freeway right outside of work. Jump in the far left-hand lane where it turns off, you get onto I-5, and holy cow, everybody was hitting the brakes. Slowed down, got up in line, and then sat there for several minutes. 3 cars, several car lengths ahead of me, they all made contact with each other. People get real stupid when they're trying to leave that place at night. Once I pull on the Boeing freeway, if I can move over safely without cutting anybody off or having to really speed up too much, I'll jump into the left lane. Otherwise, I just stay in the right lane, and there's kind of a roundabout little loop. It takes an extra minute or two. But people are just so impatient and racing to get into line, and cutting people off, slamming on the brakes. It's really not worth it, people. The last couple weeks, there's been a lot of police presence highway patrol on that roadway, because you get some idiots that just go screaming past you. Good. Slow people down a little bit. If you're late for work, you should have left a few minutes earlier. Still coughing. Down to third gear, traffic coming down the hill, grab second, let the cars go by because we've got to yield. There's a guy here that doesn't want to go in there, he blends in with the roadway. Off we go. Didn't even see him coming down the hill. Highway 2. Yep, had a good visit down at the folks' place on Sunday. Hope everybody else had a good Easter. Mom's dog found a bunny rabbit nest and took out several little baby bunny rabbits. As in, they will not be growing up to be Easter bunnies next year. Okay, knock it off. Don't need any rock chips on the windshield. Kevin got a text message or an email or something from the guy that bought the 53 a few days later, and it sounds like he's real happy with it. Nice to know that it's going to go to someone who's going to use it. It'll be customized and modified, put back into service. Item that he'll be picking up shortly. I'm sure a lot of you know what that is, but I'll let him tell you all about it. It's pretty expensive, but he'll be able to use it out on his property. Filming this morning, but I think I may have killed the battery in the red truck. I drove it out to go watch the 53 drive away last week, and I left the lights on. Completely killed it, just deader than a doornail. Saturday, put it on a 10 amp charge for a couple hours. Didn't do anything, so left it for another couple hours. And then I jumped it up to the 50 amp charge. Tried to start it, and it went click, 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 click. So I left it on the 50 amp for a little bit, then I bumped it back down to the 10 amp for another, I don't remember what it was, hour or two. Jumped in it again, it still kind of went click, 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 kind of, turn over once and then click. Left it on the 50 amp for a little bit, and then she popped right off. I thought, alright, we're good, but I only let her run for a few minutes. The night was ending, I was kind of anxious to get back inside. Got up the next morning, waiting for Kevin to show up to pick me up to drive down south, and barely even buzz at me. So I left it on the 2 amp trickle charge all day. Got home that night. I didn't start it, but I put the key in the ignition. It was buzzing. The dome light would come on. But the gauge was reading kind of low. So I'm wondering if I didn't fry something in there. So I've got it out today. It's sitting on the 2 amp again charge. Give it another day or two and see what it looks like. Put the tester on it. It was sitting at 10.5 volts. Maybe it's just so dead it just needs a good charge. That battery, I bought that last year, so it's not that old. I think I bought the good one with the good warranty, just the AutoZone special. Hopefully I didn't do something nasty to it and totally kill it. Sun poking through. Getting warm in the car here. Turn the heat down just a smidge. I turn the fan up a notch. Yesterday, my crew started working on aircraft number 311. Brake lights up ahead. See how he's going to handle this. Stab the throttle. And then, oh crap, there's a car stopping in front of me. And Kevin and I got stuck in a pretty wicked backup getting through Tacoma Sunday evening. We were in traffic for an hour, hour and a half. Made for a long ride home. Cobalt got crunched on the nose. Probably couldn't see it on a flatbed trailer. Yep, so Monday's done. Now it's Tuesday. We got quite a bit done yesterday, missing some parts, but we found the hidden stash. Usually when you get a job, all your parts are included in that kit. And one of our back shops is taken to throwing all these common parts that are used on multiple jobs. They just put them in a bag and hide them in a random kit. And we don't find them, so we go put them on order, and then this back shop says, oh no, we sent them, you guys just need to find them. Well, it's not like an Easter egg hunt for parts. That doesn't help me when I'm trying to get stuff done. I know it may be easier for you guys just to count how many you need, throw them in one bag and hide them from us. That doesn't get my jobs done any faster. So we tried to explain that to them, but this little back shop, oh no, everything they do is perfect. They don't do things wrong. We just need to accept the fact that that's how they do it now. No. This is going to be one of them little nasty battles that the bosses will be involved in, because once it gets to that stage, it's out of my hands. My boss is on vacation this week. transplant from Georgia. There's a facility down there that Boeing was using. I don't know if they shut it down or if he just transferred or what the deal is, but he's been up here for a few months. Going back down to get the family and close up some loose ends. Seems like it'll work out okay. Reading this morning that passed away. James Bett, Roscoe P. Coltrane from the Dukes of Hazzard, the sheriff. He was one of my more favorite characters on that show. Got a great little car, need a little acceleration. Let's pull up some turbo, make sure nobody's being stupid and trying to cross over the left lane. And we're in. Ripping along at 57 miles an hour. It is now 1:48 in the PM. Home sweet home. Yeah, we started our new bird yesterday. Going to be pretty busy today, although they're upjacking tonight, so I will be out of there no later than 11:30. Probably be out of there by 11. We've got our workload down pretty good. Tomorrow night's line move night. We have the airplane until 8, although we usually start cleanup around 7:30, so right after lunch. We've finally convinced them to leave an elevator for us for another couple hours, since they don't actually move the airplane till after 10. Why do they have to start cleaning up and removing everything at 4? And then Thursday and Friday are what we call zero load days. I have no jobs that load into my work package, so we just do behind schedule jobs that didn't get completed earlier in the week. But I'm sure they'll be pushing for people to come in for the weekend and threatening us with mandatory overtime again, as they usually do. Even though after our 2 zero load days, our JBS is well down into the single digits. We may go in on Thursday and it'll be up, 20 or 30 jobs that need to be done, but it's usually held for parts or other shifts that I don't want to say don't want to do their work, but don't get their work done for whatever reason. I know there's a lot of stuff that we don't hear of. We're just quick to blame judgment that, oh, they didn't do their work, they're lazy. Yeah, maybe something came up. Maybe they just didn't want to do it. Who knows? There's the new building on the right, pretty well complete. They got that strip running up the side there, and there's a matching one on the other side. That's where the elevators were, although I don't see the elevator tracks on this one. So they may be getting ready to close those up. They were sitting up in the brake area the other day, and they were rolling in big robotic arms. It's supposed to be a robotic-based assembly system for your drilling and riveting and things like that. So Mr. Jeep, you got it. Go, go, go. Make sure this Honda doesn't try to jump out on me. I know this gal was pulling in. That dude's waiting. I may just have to park for a few minutes and wait for an opening. I'll just flip around and pull in behind this dude here on the left. As I usually like to try to find a spot that I can back into. I like little cars. They turn so good. So I'll just leave the camera running. We'll really bored us not you guys today, huh? Look at the back bumper of a Toyota Camry LE V6. A little bit of paint damage to her. It's only 56 down here, temperature-wise. No more sprinkles though. Cleans up the window a little bit. Almost time for new wipers on this thing. They're streaking a little. One guy leaving. I see people filtering out. What is it? 1:53. So the early crowd's sneaking out. Keep an eye out for people jumping out. This guy going to? Which one's he getting into? Little blue car there. So there's our parking spot for the evening. Let's see if we can do it from this angle. Oh, no sweat. Just like that. Leave the window cracked just a little bit since it's that time of year now. Alrighty, we'll probably fire this back up on the drive home, make this a super long video since some people like the long videos and some people like the short ones. So, yeah, nice looking GMC truck there. Two-wheel drive, short bed. So, alrighty, see you in about 9 hours. Holy! 0:54 in the AM. Happy Wednesday. 51 degrees. I've actually been off out of that building since 11 o'clock, but got to BSing with a couple of the dudes, and the car's been running for almost 2 hours. Yeah, sucked on a little bit of fuel, but not bad. Got a plane running over there on the flight line. I don't know if they're doing engine runs or if they're getting ready to deliver something or what. But yeah, it's got a little chilly standing out there yakking away. This weekend was supposed to be the Moses Lake run, but I'm not going to make it. Sounds like our group of 10 or 12 guys is now down to one dude and his family, but oh well. Also found out today they've been cleaning house on people within the company that are not following the guidelines for your attendance. I found out today that there were 2 people that I know who are no longer with the Boeing company. One's been out for a couple of weeks now, or I guess since last Monday. The other one just got walked out today. Actually, it was the dude with the pickup, a couple of years newer than mine, the 87 Chevy that he had. But yeah, they're going through and cleaning up folks with lousy attendance and falsifying records, which is kind of a good thing. But hopefully they're not just going through and getting people for anything and everything and causing heartache and hate and discontent. I guess we are in 6th gear. Unfortunately, I don't have contact information for most people that I work with because I don't answer my phone. You can ask anybody that tries to call me. So we have no way of talking to these folks, see if they're fighting it, trying to come back in, what the whole story is. Because we're only going to hear rumors of one side. We're not going to hear the whole story. So who knows? But we did a full 8-hour day and almost 2 hours yakking out in the parking lot, so that's 10 hours. I was going to hit the grocery store tonight, but I think I will pass. It was getting a little cold standing out there. I just got my vest on. The coat was in the car. Yeah, we're down to 50 degrees now. The light is so much brighter in the screen there on the camera than what I'm actually seeing on the road. Back her down a little bit for the corner here. Wonder if we'll see any emphasis patrols sitting along the trestle tonight. Set the old cruise control at 64 mile an hour. Yeah, we got the headlights on, we got the fog lights on. I'll switch the fog lights off for you. Makes a little bit of difference. I usually run with them on. Actually, when I jump in this car, I usually just hit that button anyway, because in the daytime it turns all the lights on. I usually like running with my lights on. Which is why the battery on the 84 Chevy is completely dead. Check that, see what it's got for juice. Swapping that out the next day or two. Real good on our numbers again tonight with our jobs at work, so I don't think I'll be working this weekend. I was thinking about possibly volunteering, but I don't think there's going to be enough to keep more than a couple people occupied for the weekend for Saturday, so I think I'll just bow out. I was figuring if it was going to be wet and nasty and rainy anyway. Sounds like there may actually be some snow in the mountains this weekend too. Snow level down to around 2,500 feet. Take all we can get right now. Last I heard, we're at like 38% of normal snowpack. And here it is almost mid-April. April 7th, April 8th right now. That is not good for us. California's about ready to run out of water. We don't have anything we can spare. We had a pretty good year last year, but I don't know what we got for reserves. So we'll take what we can get. Watched a few videos the other day from some folks up in the Toronto area and Nova Scotia, and the huge piles of snow they still got on the side of their roads. The whole eastern part of the continent pretty much got hammered this year. And our mountains look right now like they would at the end of summer. Highway 2. Right around the corner. I tried to stay fully on, but no such luck. I'm trying to peek out behind the clouds over there. It's just to the right of your screen there from what I'm seeing. Turn the cruise back on at 59 and a 55 and sneak across the trestle. Back up to 52 right now. Whew. Yeah, we won't be up too much later, too much longer. Don't really need anything to eat. Just had breakfast this morning, just a bowl of cereal, and went up in the break area and they have a decent little breakfast spread, so some eggs and hash browns and a couple pieces of bacon. Boy, I just felt stuffed for the rest of the day. Didn't even eat lunch. Usually I have an apple. The last apple was a little soft, so it went to the garbage can. Threw a banana in the bag, but it's still sitting there. It's probably pretty close to being done with its life too. I had 3 compliments today when I got into work on the clean car. Hey, saw you wash the car over the weekend. It looks sharp. Hey, thanks. All I did was give it a bath, throw some stuff on the tires. thing. First time you use the wiper blades, it washes all the crud off the windshield, and now it's lined up on the outsides again. Looks like it's a dirty car. First month, or first bath it's had in a couple months. Before that, I went all winter without washing it. All that idling I did, what's my average? Ooh, 28.3 average miles per gallon right now, and 53 miles on this tank. And it's going to take a little work to get that built back up. Usually I'm sitting right around 35, 36. But fired it up, got to talking, and just let it run back there, so not the best thing to do. I should have shut it off. Oh well. At least I was able to get into a nice warm car. And I heard the auxiliary fan kick on, the electric fan, so I guess it's all electric fans on this one. So they work. Try to get up tomorrow and hit the grocery store. I can do it tomorrow after work. It's line move. We're only doing a partial restore because they're going to jack the aircraft to hang engines. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make that light. I think I'll just go straight because that's going to turn yellow any second. Yeah, that would have made it, and then the way that light cycles, I'd be sitting there for several minutes. So we'll sneak up to the next light here. Been doing this drive for, what, 6 years now? You get to know the cycles of the lights. This one here is, it's a real short turn cycle. Jut the turn lane way out here, so you got to be careful with people that are making left-hand turns like this cargo van. So I'm not even all the way up to the stop line. So turn is still green. I've just turned yellow. So yeah, not a whole lot going to be going on this weekend outside. I'll have to come up with something to do for you guys in the garage or something. I know I've got a little model that I'm putting together, recording it, documenting it. I haven't done much with it in the last week or so, so I'll probably do some filming on that, but I'm going to get everything together and edit that video up and then kind of release them. I don't want to say all at once, but maybe one a day or something like that. So you guys won't see that until after the model is actually complete. Do some cleanup in the garage. Start getting back to that frame a little bit more, so I can plan for doing that work. Oh, I got to get the garbage out tonight too. Oh, all her relatives must have left. There was a black Impala that's been in the front yard across the street there for a while. And last night came home, there was a little car parked in between the two trucks. Maybe everybody finally bailed. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. We are home. We're shut down. Go check the mailbox, and yeah. So if you like this sort of stuff, comment, rate, and subscribe. I do long videos like this every once in a while. Try to keep them a little bit shorter, but yeah. feel free to hearing from you guys. Tell me what you think. I try to respond to some comments. I'm not real good at it, but anywho, we'll catch y'all later.